Hello, everybody. Hopefully, everybody had a happy Thanksgiving. Hopefully, some of you, if not the majority of you, are enjoying a little snow. Getting a little bit, not really a lot yet, but it is starting to snow. It is that time of year. So, as I have said, that being in the bourbon industry, I guess you could say. Community. There you go. I like that word better. The bourbon community. Relationships are huge. So if you can find a local person that you deal with, or maybe a few that you deal with, that you support them, they support you by finding you bottles that you can't find every day, at least without getting ripped off on secondary market. So, my local liquor store, Spring Lake Fine Wine and Spirits. As you saw last week, we did a video on our very first distillery samples from Limestone Farms. Well, they went ahead and they were able to order my big bottles, so I have 4 of the 5. So I'm pretty excited about that. I was able to get all of those. So while I was in buying those bottles, Spring Lake Fine Wine and Spirits, Gil seems to take care of me. So I appreciate Gil. I appreciate the staff over there. They're great people. They're always willing to help you out if you're looking for something special. Maybe go in there and say, hey, I'm looking for this. Maybe you can order it. Maybe you can't order it. I don't know. But at least give them the opportunity to help you out and to earn your business. So I have been on the hunt for the Weller series since I started this whole thing. I had to take a trip. Was it last year? We went to Maine. We went to Bar Harbor, Maine. On the way back in Ohio, I was able to get my very first ever bottle of Weller. So, this is from Ohio. I do have a backup, but as you can see, I do enjoy the Weller series. It is from Buffalo Trace. It is weeded. And me, I enjoy weeded. It's a little smoother, not quite as harsh. So I definitely like that. My second bottle I was able to pick up. Can't remember where I got this one from. I do have a backup, but this one is getting a little low. Can't remember where I got that one from. Somewhere here in town. Don't remember exactly where, but we've been doing a lot of business, like I said, with Spring Lake Fine Wine and Spirits. Today when I went in, I picked up my Limestone Farms and goes to the back and says, hey, I got something for you. Hold on. Come back up. As I said, I try to find bottles. I try to find the Weller series. Everywhere I go, I try to find a Weller. We went to Kentucky. I looked. I wasn't going to pay $400 for a bottle. So, today, I was able to get my very first ever Weller 12. So on Fresh Crack Friday, we are going to open a Weller 12. Because I don't resell anything. We buy it to enjoy, to share with friends, to share with you at home, to do giveaways here and there. So once we start getting built up in our subscriber level, we're going to start doing more giveaways. Currently, I'm sending things out to a few people. I have several friends that come over and enjoy stuff that they don't have, or maybe things that they can't get. So, yes, ma'am.
I have a question.
Yes.
Why is it some of the Wellers have a cork top, and why do some have a screw top? I would think for as much as that bottle of Weller is, it would have a cork top.
I have said the same thing all along. Not quite sure why. This is a screw top. This is a screw top. This, I can understand this being a screw top because this is like the lower level. And then you start to graduate up to Weller Antique 107s, which have a cork. And then we go to Weller 12, and lo and behold, we have a screw top. Not quite sure why that is. Maybe if some of you at home know.
I would love to know.
I would love to know myself. I haven't done any research to try to find that out. We went to Buffalo Trace back in September. I should have asked them while we were there, why is it that some of the Wellers have screw tops and some have corks?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because I would like to know as well. I mean, I think that's a great question. Great question.
Thank you.
Good job.
Good
job, Mrs. Beach Sand Bourbon.
I'm quite proud of myself. I'm very observant.
So, as I stated, hopefully everybody had an enjoyable Thanksgiving. I know we had a busy Thanksgiving. We went over to Mrs. Beach Sand Bourbon's sister's house. Spent the afternoon over there, watched some football, ate some turkey.
Lions won.
Lions won. If you're a Lions fan, the Lions won. So, that's what was on the TV at the house. So, we're going to get into this Weller 12. I've been excited about this bottle for a long time. I'm still on the hunt for the full proof, the CYPB, and then the other single barrel, I believe. So, I'm looking for 3 missing bottles. So, hopefully, eventually, they'll come up. But we'll see. Obviously, on this one, you get a lot of oakiness on the nose. Oakiness.
A lot of cherry.
A lot of cherry. Almost an apple note. I'm getting an apple note on the nose. Are you getting an apple note?
Maybe a hint. It's definitely very, very fruity on the nose.
Yes. That on the nose, that is an absolutely really good nose. So let's go in for the taste, see what we got on the palate. I'm definitely getting that red fruit.
A lot of cherry.
Whew. On the palate.
Yes. Definitely
I'm getting
vanilla.
cherry.
Vanilla.
The vanilla. The caramel. It starts off like when you on the palate starts off soft, and then towards the very end you get that little blast of like a heat.
And it's a lingering heat.
A little bit of a heat, but it's not bad. It's really good.
It's almost like a warm, but it's just like right now my throat, it's definitely still warm.
Yeah. Very true. The oak on this versus these two, so far, out of the 3 that I have, and those are the only 3 that I've tried. I haven't tried the others, but this so far may be my favorite. I thought maybe this one, the Antique 107, was going to be my favorite for the longest time, but it's not living up to that. This is only a 90 proofer, but it's aged 12 years, and I'll tell you, the flavor on this bottle
Do you get maybe a licorice?
On the palate?
Yeah, like towards the end as you let it sit for a bit. I'm getting like a black licorice.
I can see that
Can
on
you?
the very tail end.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll tell you what. On the palate on that one, absolutely phenomenal.
I would definitely agree.
I really like that one a lot. Between the three that I have,
You
like I
also,
said,
yeah, and you also picked up a couple other bottles. One, obviously, the Woodford, which that was just a gimme, but the new RD1, which we haven't tried.
so some other bottles we bought at Spring Lake. These were last week's bottles. We definitely had to pick up another Woodford Double Oaked. We got our first bottle of the RD1. This is straight bourbon whiskey, double finished in oak and maple barrels. So that'll be coming up on a fresh crack. Obviously, this one won't because we've already done fresh crack on this one. So that one won't be.
I'm gonna need another red candle.
The RD1. Definitely will be doing a fresh crack on that one.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
Nothing. You got your Limestone Farms?
Yep, we got the Limestone Farms. We're pretty excited about that. We're only missing one bottle out of the 5. So I was excited to see that we could get those because I was told by other liquor stores, I can't get that in Michigan. Well, guess what? You got to know the right people. And here we are.
Like I said, I'd be interested to know if any of the followers happen to be taking a trip to Kentucky, maybe heading to Peerless anytime soon. I'm serious.
Mrs. Beach Sand is chomping at the bit
To see if they even have any left.
to get a backup of our Peerless single barrel straight rye whiskey. This is Distillery single barrel selection, and this is the Bananas Foster. And I'll tell you, like I said, we have about a pour left, and Mrs. Beach Sand is
It's all I've asked for Christmas.
jonesing. Yeah. Oh, see there, she had to lay that one on me. That's all I want for Christmas. Guess what? So if I disappear in the middle of the night somewhere and nobody knows where I'm at, I'm on my way to Peerless to get a bottle. Really? 6 hours one way?
Mm-hmm.
12 hours round trip. I'll just take an airplane. I'm not driving. I don't do that driving thing. I don't like to drive.
You do it every day.
I like to drive when I'm with you.
Oh.
That's the only time.
Okay.
That way I have somebody with me. I don't like to drive if I was going by myself. But we do like the Peerless. We do.
Very, very much so.
I absolutely love the Weller series. I love the Weller series more now that I have the 12.
I'm anxious also for Spring Lake to get in their barrel pick from
Spring Lake has
Ironfish.
Ironfish pick coming. So we're pretty excited about that. Should be coming anytime here shortly.
We're going to Holland tomorrow. Or yes.
Saturday. Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, tomorrow. See, you get days off. People give you days off, and then guess what? You don't know what day it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we are going to Holland tomorrow. New Holland's releasing 5 new picks. They have the honey barrel. They have a maple barrel, which we've tried it, but we have not bought a bottle yet. They have 3 different toasted varieties, and I've never had one of those. They may have a few other odds and end things, but mainly we're going for honey barrel because Mrs. Beach Sand seems to think that that's a cure-all when you have a cold.
It is.
Because I never caught the cold, but I did have a few pours out of our Origin honey barrel bottle, which is nearly gone.
I'm telling you, you drink that and take some vitamin C with zinc. You don't need NyQuil. You don't need any of that kind of stuff.
There you go. What more can you ask for? Other than 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah. And nature's way of healing you and feeling good while you're healing.
There's no added ingredients and all this stuff. This is all natural, pure, good for you kind of stuff.
Yep, burn that cold out.
Good for you. Mm-hmm. Just add a little honey to your favorite bourbon. That's all you got to do. Add a little honey. Take a few sips. Get rid of your cold. Get on the road to recovery.
Yep.
I'm not a doctor.
I swear by it.
I still, you know, I enjoy a good glass of bourbon.
Me too. Especially from this side of the camera.
No.
Yes.
No. We need to hit that 1,000 subscriber mark because you know what happens on that 1,000 subscriber mark. We actually have a few other channels that are donating a bottle. When we hit 1,000, they're going to donate a bottle. At least RJ the Fed. Who else? Life from the Patio. And I know there was somebody else that offered. So I believe we have 3 different channels that are offering up bottles. 2 for sure that I know who they were. 1, forgive me for not remembering, but I know that somebody else is offering up a bottle. Plus the bottles that we have that I'm trying to get more of. I'd like to give away 10 bottles with the whole group of everybody. So that way we have 10 bottles going out for 1,000 subscribers. So make sure you subscribe, you like, comment, share with your friends, all that good stuff. Enjoy the rest of your holiday weekend. Go out and do some shopping. Buy some bourbon. Don't care about anything else. Cheers, everybody. Have a great night.